Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is KAMARINA binti HAMIDON. My group project is Breadfast Search and Prim's algorithm. My team members consists of Farizul, Hadif, AHMAD, FAUZAN, ZAIRIMI, SHUKRY, AIMAN, and SHAHIRA. The objective of our group is to finding minimum spanning tree for weighted, undirected, and connected graph using Prim's algorithm. The second is implementing parallel algorithm for computing a graph transitive closure in breadth-first search algorithm. The last one is to explain the flow of Prim's algorithm and breadth-first search algorithm.
Assalamualaikum. My name is FAUZAN S57007. So today I will give you an introduction about breadth-first search and also Prim algorithm. So BFS is traversing algorithm where you should start traversing from a selected node, ideal source of starting node, and traverse the graph layer-wise, thus exploring the neighbor nodes which are directly connected to source node. BFS is required to traverse the graph breadth-wise. So how it works is by first move horizontally and visit all the nodes of the current layer. Then is move to the next layer, and the distance between the nodes in layer 1 is comparatively lesser than the distance between the nodes in layer 2. Therefore, in BFS, you must traverse all the nodes in layer 1 before you move to the nodes in layer 2. Next is Prim algorithm. What is Prim algorithm? Okay, Prim algorithm is a greedy algorithm that finds a minimum spanning tree for a vague undirected graph. This means it finds a subset of the edges from that forms a tree that includes every vertex, where the total weight of all the edges in the tree is minimized. The algorithm operates by building this tree one vertex at a time from an arbitrary starting vertex at each step, adding the cheapest possible connection from the tree to another vertex. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farizul bin HAIRIL. Today I would like to present to you about breadth first search. Breadth first search is an important graph search algorithm that is used to solve many problems, including finding the shortest path in a graph. Breadth first search starts by searching a start node followed by its adjacent nodes, then all nodes that can be reached by a path from the start node containing 2 edge, 3 edge, and so on. Formally, the BFS algorithm visits all vertices in a graph. This is all done until no more vertices are reachable. So this is the BFS flow. So we come up with the user input, which is number of vertices 4, start traversals 2, which so the algorithm will start with vertex 2, and then the number of edge, which is we have 6 edge, which is 0 1 0 2 1 2 2 0 2 3 and 3 3. So this is the vertex 0 1 2 3, and then this is the flow, the algorithm with 6 edge. Okay, so here is the code for breadth first search algorithm. So if I run this code, then it will ask for user input, entering the number of vertices. So the number of vertices is 4, and the vertex start traversal is 2, and then the number of edge is 6. So for the first edge is 0 1 0 2 1 2 2 0 2 3 and 3 3. So the final answer will be 2031. Okay, first we start with vertex 2, which then vertex 2 will be popped from the queue, and then it has two neighbors, which is 0 and 3. Then 0 and 3 will be traversed and then will be popped from the queue, and we continue with the lowest neighbor of vertex 2, which is 0, and then 0 have two neighbors, which is 2 and 1, and then 2 is already visited, and then we come out with vertex 1, and then vertex 1 will be popped from the queue. So the final answer will be 2031. That's all from me. Thank you.
So next we go to the prime algorithm. How the prime algorithm works. Prime technique works on the simple premise that all vertices in a spanning tree must be connected. To build a spanning tree, the two distinct subsets of vertices must be joined. to make it minimum spanning tree MST, they must be connected with the minimum weight edge. Total cost weight should be minimum, hence result of MST cannot contain cycles. Alright, so next we go to our coding. This is our coding for prime algorithm to prove or to find the MST in the graph using the prime algorithm. So let's run the coding first. So if we run the coding, they ask us to input the number of vertices. So let's say I want to just 4 vertices only, and input weight. I just give a random weight. So 0, 8, 0, 5, 8, 0, 14, 10, and 0, 14, 0, 2, 5, 10, 2, 0. So if we press enter, the result will be 0 to 1 is 8, 3 to 2 is 2, and 0 to 3 is 5. So what is this? This is the MST in our graph, which means that minimum spanning tree in the graph. So this is the answer or the result that we get from our graph. Okay, so next, how we want to prove that our coding is correct or doing well? Okay, MST is the spanning tree of graph whose sum of weight of edges is minimum. Okay, this is our picture that we draw using our input in the coding. So the 4 vertices is 0, 1, 2, and 3, and this is our weight. Weight is 0, x 0, 5, x 0, 14, 10, 0, 14, 0, 2, 5, 0, 2, 0. So this is the result of our MST. You see the green line. The green line is the spinning tree using prime algorithm in the graph. So this is the output or result. 0 to 1 is 8, 3 to 2 is 2, and 0 to 3 is 5. So how we know that this is the correct answer using prime algorithm to find the MST in the graph. So first of all, to prove it, first the total weight is the minimum, which is if you plus 8 plus 2 plus 5, it's only 15. And second condition is the result of MST should not be cycled. Okay, so that's proof that our coding is correct, and this is the result. Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SHAHIRA binti YAMAN. My metric number is S58578. In conclusion, we can learn how to use breadth-first search and Prim's algorithm. The breadth-first search algorithm, we can find out how it works, such as using graph traversal required an algorithm to visit, check, or update each node in a tree-like structure. Graph traversals are categorized according to the order in which they visit the nodes on the graph. The BFS algorithm starts the operation from the first node or start in the graph and traverses it carefully. Once it successfully crosses the initial nodes, then the next node traversal bit in the graph is visited and marked. The Prim algorithm also allows us to learn how it works. In the Prim's algorithm, there are two terms as a spinning tree and a minimum range tree. A spinning tree is a subgraph of a non-directional connected graph, and a minimum spinning tree can be defined as a spinning tree where the total weight of the edge is minimum. All our objectives have been achieved where we use MST for non-directional and connected with graph using Prim algorithm. Next, it can implement a parallel algorithm to calculate the transitive clause of the graph in the breadth-first search algorithm, as well as describe the flow of the Prim algorithm and the breadth-first search algorithm. That's all for me. Thank you.